Now, I want to get a bit ahead of something that you will inevitably encounter in MATLAB, and that is the way that the outputs are formatted in the command window. It may seem confusing at first if you're not familiar with it, so let me just show you an example. If we want to output some very big number, so I'm just going to type a random number, like this, and as you can see, the number that we get is not the number that we typed, or is it? As it turns out, it is our number, just in a different format. What this e plus 12 means, this right here, this means that we have to take the number that's before the e and we have to multiply it by 10 to the power of 12, and this will give us, so the 12 comes from here, this is the 12, and when we do this, it will give us our exact number. As you can see, it gives us 5.3455, which are the first 5 digits of our number that we have here, but we have a point right after the first number. And since we have to multiply it by 10 to the 12th power, this means that we have 12 numbers after the point. So let's see if this is true. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is what this e plus 12 means. You often see it with long numbers. So let's see an example of another number, like this for example. You can see that the number even got rounded to 9, and we have to multiply it by 10 to the power of 18 to get our actual number. Now, you may be familiar with this notation, you may like it or you may not. The way to change it is to change the formatting of our command window. We do this by using the format function and then supply a given parameter. So, I can say format short. This will not change anything since we are by default in the short format. If I change it to format long, something will change, still not what we expect, but as you can see now, we get the same number with many zeros after it. Now, the long itself means that we will get more digits after the point, after the decimal point. If we want to get the actual number, we have to use format long G. And if I use the number again, we get our number. We can also say format short G, which may also work, but it doesn't. The difference between format long G and format short G is just that short do the same thing, but we will do it for smaller numbers, long will do it for larger numbers. So in general, I prefer to sit in the long G format. We can also change the spacing between the rows in our command window. We do this by using either the format loose or format compact functions. So if I say format compact, we should no longer get these 3 rows that we have here. If I reuse the number, as you can see, we get the same answer but no free spaces. If you want the free spaces, you use format loose. Now, we can also change it globally for all of our files from the menu. So we go Home, Preferences, Command Window, and here you can change the numeric format. The formats that we just discussed are here, as well as some other formats, and we can change the numeric display to loose or compact. Now, if you're wondering why I didn't just show you the menu settings and be done with it, I have a pretty good reason to first show you the commands. You can use the commands within your files, within the script that you write. So I can type format compact here, and we will get the 5 with loose format and the rest of the code with compact formats, like we just did. This allows you to give different settings for each of your files. So you may want to have a given file that prints its variables with the exponential notation for some reason or some other notation, and you may not want other files to do this. If you give that file to someone else, he will be able to see it the exact way in which you intended it. If you change these settings from the preferences options, these changes will be only for you and your MATLAB. They will not apply to a person that is using that same file from you.